So yeah, let's look at the factors to look at before buying NFTs. But before that, let me. So yeah, the first factor that we look at is rarity. Okay, so you need to understand how rare is an NFT, even within a collection. So you need to be able to look at the features and attributes of an NFT, and you can use a platform like Rarity Tools for that. So you go on rarity.tools. So NFT is a token, right, Deepak? Yes, very early stage. So you need to understand how rare is an NFT to be able to understand if it's going to go up in value or not, right? And there's a lot of other metrics that I'll show you as well. So one of the best platforms to use to understand if an NFT is rare or if an NFT is not rare is to go on platform like Rarity Tools. It's really simplified it for you. So you go on Rarity Tools. It's just rarity.tools, right? And it ranks NFTs based on the rarity. You can also list your project here, but they charge money for you to list it. So let's say I go on all collections, CryptoPunks being the highest selling one, Vox Collectibles. These are all like the top 10 ones that, let's go on CryptoPunks, right? Let's see how the way they assess rarity is based on the attributes and features of a particular NFT in the collection. So these are all ranked based on rarity, right? So we click on one and we try to understand like why is it rare. So there's a lot of these attributes, right? So the hat is a rare one, I guess. So artists will define this, and rarity tools will also be in some way defining this. You can go on OpenSea and see if it's available for purchase or not. Actually, there's an owner, but maybe you can bid on it and buy it, right? So you can see the rarity score. So this is probably 10,000 is a very high rarity score, right? Very, very high. Then as you go down, like the rarity score will go down like 2,000, right? It goes down even more, 1,100, things like that. So even these numbers, like above 1,000, decent numbers, right? Uh, so you can go on this platform and discover new ones also. So you can click on new, and if you go on home itself, it'll show you. You just go on the home page. So you can see some of these new collections that have been added. Shopverse, you can see it just got added 2 days back. All of these have been added 2 days back. New collections keep getting added on this platform, and then you can start exploring those. Um, and I'll show you like how you should explore those as well. So look at this one, right? Like Vox Collectible. This came out and it took off immediately because it's from Gala Labs. Gala Labs, if you've seen Gala, it's very it's being run by a high-profile startup founder. Gas is the fees that you pay for transactions on the Ethereum blockchain. So whenever you're transacting with the Ethereum blockchain, it's the fees that you pay to the miners. And in the case of NFTs, when you buy or sell NFTs, you have to pay gas fees because you're transacting on the Ethereum blockchain, right? Because when you buy or sell, it needs to be recorded on the blockchain itself. So you have to pay a fees for that. So that's what gas fees is. Minimum gas fees, you can just start going on other platforms and use other blockchains. Like Solana is very less, Flow is less, Polygon is very less. So yeah, you can use other. Great. Yeah, so Vox collectibles came out recently, very highly priced. So you have to see like, so you have to be able to see when did it come out. So a few things, I'll show you like the things that I look at to evaluate some of these. But yeah, Gala Labs launched this one, and you can see the rarity of these. So this one is 10,000 scores. So as you go down, like the number will go down. But any of these will increase in price over time because it's a hyped NFT collection launched by Gala Labs. If you know Gala Labs, you'll see like Gala has been going up very significantly in the past 1 year on the crypto exchanges like Binance and things like that. So rarity tools, you have to use rarity tools to be able to understand how rare is a collection, and you'll use the number on that to be able to assess the rarity. So let's say we look at something that like with less owners, right? 560. It has very few owners, right? Um, so you'll see like less owners also could mean that there's very few of these created. So this you'll see the description also. Star-studded NFT collection aimed at building a metaverse club for hosting metaverse concerts, parties, and events with famous celebrities, including Prince Royce, Florida, etc., etc. Our artwork is done by Carlos Dattoli, famous NFT artist who has worked with big studios including Marvel, DC, Star Wars, etc. So you can see right here that it's from a big time NFT artist. It's not just some random person who's creating this artwork. You can go to their website, rollingrockstars.io, and you can also probably start minting it if you would like to. And then you can see the roadmap. So they talk about like what's going to happen as more and more of these get minted, right? So they will build a metaverse nightclub. There will be celebrity DJs who will come, right? And you get access to those. So that's what basically like the NFT will give access to a lot of things in the metaverse in this case. And then there will be cash prizes also. So you get the chance to win actual cash, right? So you go evaluate the project, and you can go on like the evaluate the team also actually. I've jumped a little bit ahead, but evaluate the team also. So you can go on their Twitter, you can go on their Instagram thing. Make sure they have these links, right? You want to make sure that they've added these links so that you can actually see the people behind it. A lot of times they will have you want to see who is the person, blockchain dev and co-founder dev for Roaring Leaders. Uh, they've joined in March 2021, so I would say like that's not a very great sign. But you want to see like how active they are, which communities they're a part of. So a little bit of research will go into it, right? So yeah, this is a good platform to look at like how rare an NFT really is. Then you look at the scarcity. So the scarcer the better, right? Like if it's 5, 10,000, those are scarce numbers. It's not like 100, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, and things like that. Uh, so the best way is to basically flip NFTs. You buy and sell it. You buy and sell it essentially. But first, even to buy it, you will have to understand how to identify the right ones, right? So you have to understand the scarcity as well. So they mention the scarcity on the same platform as well, or mainly on their website, right? So let's say I look at Shopverse. If they have a description, they will mention the scarcity. If they don't mention the scarcity, you might want to go to their website and try to understand like what is the scarcity of. So they just launched a collection, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of scarcity. Let's look at crypto. So here it is, like they mentioned the scarcity here. Genesis collection of 3,777 3D NFTs with over 90 unique traits. So you know that there's less than 4,000 of these. So very scarce, right? It's um, extremely scarce. And you can also see the number of, so if you figured out that, okay, there's only 4,000 of these in the market, right? Now you want to figure out how many people have actually bought it. So there are 4,000 of these cripples, and there are 434 owners. So 10% have been bought. So it's not even though it came out recently, 10% have been bought. So you want to maybe, if there are some left, you might want to, the volume is also very less for this one, right? Maybe people are not able to understand the value behind this particular one. Maybe the founders of this NFT or the designers haven't defined a proper um, use case for it. Like what does the crypto do, right? um, how do you use it in a particular metaverse? Do you just own it and then that's it, or after you own it you have a certain use case for it or not, right? So use cases are important, and that's how people will also be able to determine the value of a NFT. So in the case of this, you saw the use case was that you get to enter club parties with celebrities and things like that. But in this case, you'll have to go and evaluate. I guess they are building a crypto world metaverse. You have to go and evaluate is if it has an interesting use case or not. So you want to see how scarce it is and how many people have bought it, right? This is 10,000 scarce and 1,000 people have bought it. This 10,000, 4,000 people have bought it. So here volume is also much higher. You can see, right? Like 100 ether worth of volume versus the volume on these is much less. So this might be a better collection than any of these. So 40% is sold in 2 days. Volume is much higher. Might be a better bet than any of these. So this is kind of how you would like evaluate one NFT project from another, right? Then you want to look at the community. Community is very important, probably one of the most important things to look at when you're evaluating projects. So again, let's say we look at death bats this time, right? You want to be able to explore the community. You have to go on their Discord, right? Go on their mobile application, explore the Discord community, see how active their people are. So this has a lot of members. 35,000 members is a lot of members. 4,000 are online. So this is a good project, I would say, right? This is a good project. You want to read about it a little bit. Um, Inside the collection, many 1:1 experiences are hidden and can be redeemed at when7fold.io. Check out their Instagram, how actively they're posting on it. 11,000 followers, obviously. And then check out their Twitter, Google search it, see if it's ever 10,000, and then check out their website. You read a little bit about it, right? Like a lot of it will be, um, you can read everything here. So here you can read the perks that will come with every NFT, right? Discounted private merch sales. So they will actually be selling merchandise, could be metaverse merchandise, could be real world merchandise, and you get discounts on that, right? Event sevenfold events, you can go to those, right? uh, Private Discord channel, you'll win free NFT, physical giveaways, you get guitars, vinyl, etc. Access to NFT holder section of website. Okay, this is probably not that useful, but a lot of them are like physical, real world items that you will receive from owning this NFT, right? Get to go to their concerts and stuff like that as well. Meet and greet, rare perks that could be attached to NFTs include free show tickets, meet and greet access, random merch drops. So someone asked, is there a way to earn NFT? You will have to become part of communities to earn NFTs, and they might have giveaways on those, so airdrops basically, and that's the only way to earn free NFTs. Or you can buy some of the free NFTs that are on OpenSea, but you'll have to pay gas fees, which is not that much, few thousand rupees. But yeah, you can buy free NFTs, but most likely they will not go up in value. Some might if they're really good or artworks. Or you can become part of communities like this one, Event Sevenfold, and then they say that they'll do like an NFT giveaway. But aside from that, I don't think there is any other way to win, like get free NFTs out there. So here you can see there's a lot of value associated behind this NFT, and that's probably why that this is a better project than some of the other ones that we've seen. Like when we compared the 3 4 project, we saw that this one was looking better in terms of the volume as well as the number of owners in the last 2 days that have acquired this. And that's probably because they have a lot of interesting things in terms of perks. It's not just the ones I've seen, that the ones that associate real world perks to NFTs get higher value as compared to the ones that don't associate real world perks, right? But if you're building a metaverse also, then that's great. But some, unless otherwise, you have to be a really good artist, is what I'll say. You have to be a really good digital artist to be able to sell a single NFT. Like these are all collections that have been added. So collections are built by groups of people, maybe a few designers. They have a team. They operate like startups pretty much. So these will probably sell to some extent and things like that. But if you are an individual who is looking to start selling NFTs, your best bet would be to actually be a really good artist. That's the, or you go on games and you collect, you find collectibles, you win collectibles, and then you can sell that as an NFT also on games. So two people who are on games, or you can start buying land and then flip it, or you can start buying NFTs and flip it. But if you are thinking that I want to put up my NFT today, and it'll probably just be a picture and I'll put it up and then I'll sell it, that's probably not going to happen unless you are a really really good artist who can make very interesting pictures, like how some of these artists have built like this step. If you can build something like something interesting like this, you're a really good designer or something, you can build something like this, or you can create something very interesting, some very like story behind it, then you can probably sell it as well. Yes, you're right, Jay. So community, you have to look at, go on their Discord, Google search them if they've been featured in the news. So you can use Cointelegraph, TechCrunch, they might have come on, Mashable. Go on their Instagram, go on their Twitter, and go on their website and click on their team's background. So they'll have a link to the team. If they don't have a link to the team, it's probably shady, unless they've described their team over there or something like that. You have to read the team's background. So, for instance, we saw with the Rockstars one is by some guy who's been involved with a lot of Hollywood projects and things like that. So you want to be able to make sure that it's either like backed by really good designers who have really solid experience, that they'll continue to finish the project and things like that. Yeah. So these are the 4 or 5 things that you really need to look at before buying any particular NFT. And this research is very basic. It should not take you like more than 30, 40 minutes, 1 hour to do this level of research.